All right, it's past the afternoon. I'm gonna get straight to the point. Oy, oy, oy. Sneeze fits. Oh man, I left it over there. So for today, we have Hebrews 5:8. Oh, I'm hungry. But anyways, I'm gonna eat the word of God first. Very amazing and powerful context. So let's hear it. For every high priest taketh from among men is ordained for men in things pertaining to God, that he may offer both gifts and sacrifices for sins. Who can have compassion on the ignorant and on them that are out of the way, for that he himself also is compassed with infirmity? And by reason hereof he ought and by reason hereof he ought, as for the people, so also for himself, to offer for sins. And no man taketh this honor unto himself, but he that is called of God, as was Aaron. So also Christ glorified not himself to be made an high priest, but he that said unto him, Thou art my son, today have I begotten thee. As he saith also in another place, Thou art a priest forever after the order of Melchizedek, who in the days of his flesh, when he had offered up prayers and supplications with strong crying and tears unto him that was able to save him from death, and was heard, and that he feared. Though he were a son, yet learned he obedience by the things which he suffered. And being made perfect, he became the author of eternal salvation unto all them that obey him, called of God and high priest, after the order of Melchizedek, warning against apostasy, of whom we have many things to say and hard to be uttered, seeing ye are dull of hearing. For when for the time ye ought to be teachers, ye have need that one teach you again which be the first principles of the oracles of God, and are become such as have need of milk and not of strong meat. For every one that useth milk is unskillful in the word of righteousness, for he is a babe. But strong meat belongeth to them that are of full age, even those who by reason of use have their senses exercised to discern both good and evil. We are told that the captain of our salvation was made perfect through suffering. Therefore, we who are sinful and who are far from being perfect must not wonder if we are called to pass through suffering too. Shall the head be crowned with thorns, and shall the other members of the body be rocked upon the dainty lap of ease? Must Christ pass through seas of his own blood to win the crown? And are we taught to walk to heaven dry shod and silver slippers? No, our master experience teaches us that suffering is necessary, and a true born child of God would not escape it if he might. But there is one very comforting thought in the fact of Christ being made perfect through suffering. It is that he can have complete sympathy with us. He is not an high priest that cannot be touched with the feeling of our infirmities, and this sympathy of Christ we find is sustaining power. One of the early martyrs said, "I can bear it all, for Jesus suffered, and he suffers in me now. He sympathizes with me, and this makes me strong." Believer, lay hold of this thought in all times of agony. Let the thought of Jesus strengthen you as you follow in his steps. Find his sweet support and his sympathy, and remember that to suffer is an honorable thing, to suffer for Christ's glory. The apostles rejoiced that they were counted worthy to do this, just far as the Lord shall give us grace to suffer for Christ, to suffer with Christ. Just so far does he honor us. The jewels of a Christian are his afflictions. The regalia of the kings whom God hath anointed are their troubles, their sorrows and their griefs. Let us not, therefore, shun being honored. Let us not turn aside from being exalted. Griefs exalt us, and troubles lift us up. If we suffer, we shall also reign with him. And there you go. And that explains why there's so much suffering in the world. And why such a price for sin was paid. In a sense, there must be an exchange for something, right? That's why you have many things of exchanging. Exchange, changing also. So anyways, you all get the picture. So this time, for the mornings, I have nothing to add because the Bible explains it. Read it for yourselves, and you will find some of the answers, but not all, because all of the answers are within the Father. And Jesus did say that to some it will make sense, and to some it won't. Alrighty, you pansies. May you all have an amazing and awesome day. And I shall see you all within this evening. Goodbye now. Stealth Squad out.